Right now, somewhere in this world, a person is waking up exhausted, not because they did not sleep, but because they went to bed last night carrying the same heavy question they have been carrying for years. Why is success so close and still so far away? They are working hard. They are sacrificing. They are doing everything the world told them to do, and still the breakthrough has not come. So they wait, they push harder, they chase more. But what if the problem is not the effort? What if the real secret of success is something most people spend their whole life walking right past? Today, I want to show you 4 things that genuinely successful people understand. Things that are not taught in schools, not trending on social media, and not found in any shortcut. And by the end of this video, you will not just know them, you will feel them, because the truth about success is simpler than you think and deeper than you imagine. The story, setting the scene. There was once a young man named Samuel who lived in a small town by a river. He was 20 years old, intelligent, hardworking, full of grit. But Samuel had a problem. He was always in a hurry. He wanted to be rich before he was ready. He wanted to be respected before he had built anything worth respecting. He wanted the fruit before he had watered the root. Every morning he would watch the older men in his town, the ones who seemed to have found something he had not, and he would ask himself, what do they know that I do not? One afternoon, Samuel walked to the edge of town where an old carpenter named Mr. Elias worked alone in a quiet workshop. The air smelled of cedar and sawdust. Shelves full of finished work lined every wall. Chairs, tables, doors, each one carved with patience and precision. Samuel sat down and asked, Mr. Elias, what is the secret of success? The old man did not answer immediately. He picked up a piece of raw wood. He turned it slowly in his hands. Then he said, let me show you 4 things, and when I'm finished, you tell me what you see. Secret 1. Root before fruit. Mr. Elias pointed to a young tree growing just outside his workshop window. Do you see that tree? He asked. It does not grow fruit in a hurry. Before it gives anything, it first sends its roots down deep, into the dark, into the hidden, into the quiet. He looked at Samuel. Most people want the fruit first. They skip the roots, and then they wonder why everything they build keeps falling. Samuel was silent. The old man continued. The first secret of success is this. Before you chase the result, build the foundation. Build your character before you build your reputation. Build your discipline before you build your income. The world rewards what it can see, but God or life or whatever you believe in rewards what is hidden. Proverbs 12:3 says, a man cannot be established through wickedness, but the righteous cannot be uprooted. You cannot rush roots, but once they are deep, nothing can move you. Secret 2. Work like it matters to heaven. Mr. Elias walked to his workbench and picked up a finished chair. I built this chair 3 years ago, he said. No one watched me build it. No one applauded when I finished it. But I put everything into it, as if the person who would sit in it was someone I deeply loved. He set it down gently. Samuel, most people work hard when someone is watching. The secret is to work the same way when no one is. Colossians 3:23 says, whatever you do, do it heartily, as for the Lord and not for men. When your work becomes an act of devotion, not performance, something changes. Doors open that no one can explain. Opportunities arrive that no resume could have earned. Work as if heaven is watching, because in some way it always is. Secret 3. Let go of the stones you were never meant to carry. Mr. Elias handed Samuel a bag. Pick it up, he said. Samuel reached in and felt stones, heavy ones. Each stone has a name, said the old man. This one is jealousy. This one is comparison. This one is bitterness toward people who got what you wanted. This one is the fear that you are not enough. Samuel's arms began to shake under the weight. Put it down, Mr. Elias said quietly. Now tell me, could you build anything while carrying that? Samuel shook his head. Neither can anyone else. But most people never put the bag down. They carry it every single day. They carry it into their work, into their relationships, into their prayers, and then they wonder why life feels so heavy. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Success begins the moment you stop letting the weight of what others have crush what you are still building. Put down the stones. Your hands were made for something better. Secret 4. Seek the source, not just the stream. As the afternoon sun began to lower itself behind the trees, Mr. Elias walked Samuel to the river at the edge of the field. "Where does this water come from?" he asked. "From the mountain," Samuel said. "Correct. And if you only chase the water at this river, you will always be running. But if you go to the source, the water will always find you." He turned to face Samuel directly. The greatest secret of success is not a skill. It is not a strategy. It is not a morning routine. It is alignment. When your life is aligned with your purpose, with the reason you were placed on this earth, success stops being something you chase and starts being something that follows you. Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." Not chased, not earned alone, added. That one word changes everything. Resolution. Samuel's change. Samuel walked home slowly that evening. He was not rushing. For the first time in a long time, he was not rushing. Something had shifted, not in his circumstances, but in his understanding. He began to work differently, not harder, deeper, not louder, more faithfully. He stopped watching what others were building and started tending to what was growing in front of him. He put down the stones, slowly, one by one. Months passed, then a year, and quietly, without announcements, without shortcuts, things began to change. People began to trust him. Opportunities began to find him. The fruit he had always wanted began to grow, because the roots had finally gone deep enough. Closing. Direct address to the viewer. Maybe this story is for you today. Maybe you have been chasing success in every direction except inward. Maybe you have been carrying stones that were never yours to carry. Maybe you have been working for applause instead of purpose. Maybe you have been running toward the stream when the source has been waiting for you all along. The secret of success is not a formula, it is not a hack, it is not a grind, it is roots before fruit. It is work done with devotion. It is a mindset free from comparison. It is a life aligned with something greater than yourself. Proverbs 2:7 says, "He holds success in store for the upright." That means there is something already prepared, with your name on it. Your job is not to manufacture it. Your job is to become someone ready to receive it. If this video has spoken something into your heart today, write in the comments, "I am ready." That simple declaration is a step, and every great journey begins with one. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. It might be the word that changes everything for them. God bless you, my friend. Until next time.